Industrial salespeople become complacent so easy. Don't let that happen to you. While they're sleeping, you need to be out hustling. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the 4 areas to kick them out and dominate. For the last 23 years, I've been in the manufacturing industrial space, and 15 of those I was direct in sales and marketing, providing massive results. And I have learned, especially over the last 8 years owning Manufacturing Tribe and coaching people and teaching people through Industrial Sales University, that people become complacent. It's not just an industrial thing, it's in general sales. People get some wins and they're just like, oh my God, I'm doing so good. And before you know it, they suck. But the industrial guys that have been doing this for 20, 30 years and have house accounts, those are the worst offenders of all, because they're just saying, dude, I'm collecting money, I'm making good 6 figures, I just wanna get to retirement, that's it. And this is the time for these younger people, or even if you are a veteran and you're in a new industry, you can take over an entire space by being super aggressive. So I'm gonna show you some 4 areas that we're gonna jump into so you don't become complacent. They already are, so look at these 4 areas and this will give you a huge leg up on your competition. First thing's gonna be set goals that make other people uncomfortable. If your boss tells you that he wants you to do $1 million a year, tell them that you want to do 10. Tell everybody at the company you are gonna do 10 million this year. Set your goals way far above what they should be, what other people are expecting from you. You have to do the work that's gonna get you there. Most people underestimate the amount of work it's gonna take to hit a goal. You have to still hustle and grind and put in the hours every single day and continue to go. Even when you get wins, continue to go, but you need to set that goal high. If your boss gives you a goal of $1 million or $5 million for your territory, you say, okay, that's my goal, that's what I'm gonna do, and you come short, the first thing you can blame is yourself. You can't blame the leads, you can't blame marketing, you can't blame your boss. You say, look, $5 million, that's a good goal, I'm gonna hit that goal, but personally for myself, I'm gonna go try and get $15 million worth of new business. You're gonna be betting on yourself to hit that goal, and in order to do it, you have to provide a massive amount of work to get there, but your mindset will change. If you say, I gotta hit 15 million, then that means the amount of deals that you have to do, the calls you have to make, the conversations you have to have is far greater than if you're trying to hit 5 million. If you go into it with that higher amount, your activity level is gonna be increased, so even if you don't hit that goal, it's still gonna be far greater than the amount of activity you thought you'd need to hit the 5 million, and your end result is gonna be much higher. The second area is gonna be make no assumptions. Do not assume anything is done. If somebody says, yeah, dude, we're gonna do a deal, that's fine until the deal is signed, until the contract is closed, until you have a purchase order in hand. That deal is not done, move on to the next one. Still, obviously keep in touch with them, but you have to look at it like you're spinning plates all at the same time, and everybody needs to be touched. And so that deal has a high likelihood to close, but it's not closed yet, so don't start celebrating it. You have to wait until that deal does close. Once it does close, don't become complacent, but work all of your deals equally as hard. You wanna get everybody into the pipeline, but until that deal is signed, don't celebrate it, because what happens is people are like, this deal is gonna come through. Whether it does or doesn't does not matter. Okay, if that deal closes, great, you were right. You got a win, you got some big revenue, it's a big client to have, that's cool. But usually what happens in this space, and really in any sales, is people start to slow up because they're like, I got this whale that's gonna come through. I got this massive company that's gonna come through that is gonna hit 50% of my revenue number on this. They start to slow down, and if that doesn't happen, you're gonna be sitting there like, oh shoot, I got a lot of ground to pick up. No deal is done until the contract is signed. Do not make assumptions. You're just gonna be looking like a fool. Number 3, have a clear plan every week. What do I mean by that? Every single week, you have to have a clear plan of what you're gonna do. Every single day, every single hour, you have to know exactly what I'm gonna be doing, how much time I'm spending on prospecting, how much time I'm spending on farming, hunting, working existing deals every single week. You should not go into a week like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this week. It's like, okay, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're all the same for me. I'm gonna break it down. I'm not traveling this week, let's say. I'm gonna break it down where in a given day, I'm spending 2 hours doing this, 3 hours doing that, 4 hours doing that. That's my day. Break it up into 1 hour increments, whatever works best for you, but you have to have a plan. You need to be spending time following up with people that you are currently in the quoting phase of, and you've sent them their pricing. You'd be following up with people that you haven't heard from, that they have ghosted you for months and months and months. Old potential deals that you've lost, circle back with those people, get them back into the pipeline, have conversations with them, focus on new leads, new prospects, making phone calls, qualifying people, doing cold visits, spending time on LinkedIn, shooting content. But just like, if those are all the areas, and go over to the YouTube channel where we have almost 850 videos, and you can see all of the types of things where I break down exactly what you should be doing over an 8-hour day how much time should be spent where, and utilize that and say, this is how I'm gonna plan out my day. So check out those videos and it'll give you a little bit deeper dive into it. But for the sake of this video, keeping it short, I'm just gonna say you need to plan out your day, your week, your month, and know exactly what you're gonna be doing at every single minute. Obviously, new things come up. Somebody books time with you, you've got an opportunity, you've got to review a proposal, you got to travel on site. I get that. But the in-between downtime, you have to be accounted for. Last one's gonna be spend 50% of your time, I don't care how you allocate it, 50% of your time is spent working new deals, bringing new things in the pipeline. That's gonna be hunting and prospecting, half of the time. If you're like, oh my God, I'm so busy doing these quotes, I've got so many deals, I gotta follow up with all these people, that's great. You still gotta spend 50% of your time bringing new deals in. If you don't, and you just let a couple of weeks slip, and for 2-3 weeks, you're just working your existing deals and trying to move them on and trying to close those people. When you get to the third week, you're gonna have nothing new coming in. Then you're gonna be complaining like, oh, I got no new deals. I gotta hunt, I gotta be aggressive. I gotta go out there. You bring a couple deals in, then you're gonna become complacent again. Every single day, every single week, half of your time, 4 hours of your day is spent hunting. I'm not saying you have to make 4 hours worth of phone calls or 4 hours worth of emails or anything like that. Just half your time, break those 4 hours up into allocated for hunting. Now, if you don't have 4 other hours, the other half of your day, to be working deals because you're either new to a territory, new to a company, or you don't have anything in the pipeline currently, then it's 8 hours. But at a minimum, half of your day has to be spent hunting, doing strategic things to bring new people into it. It could be, you know, for an hour, you're gonna shoot videos and post them onto LinkedIn and then engage with people on LinkedIn, 30 minutes engaging, 30 minutes creating content, 30 minutes building your network. Just plan it out every day, but in total, half of it has to be spent on prospecting. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Share it with somebody that you know in industrial or manufacturing space. Head over to LinkedIn, give me a follow, send me a connection request. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications. If you wanna listen to the podcast, some of them are short like this one, others are long, where I go into a lot of detail. Check out Industrial Sales and Marketing with me, and we will see you on the next one.